Imagine enduring a catastrophic plane crash in the heart of an uncharted wilderness, only to stumble upon a breathtaking paradise hidden from civilization. This is the gripping tale of a lone survivor's journey, filled with danger, wonder, and unanswered questions that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Prepare to be amazed as we uncover every twist and turn of this extraordinary adventure. Stay tuned for a journey of survival and mystery that defies belief. Hit like if you love epic tales, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories. As the plane spiraled out of control high above the dense, untamed rainforest, a 35-year-old Kenyan man with short, tousled black hair, medium dark skin, and a lean, weathered build found himself hurled into chaos. The impact jolted him awake, his body aching from the force, as he crawled from the twisted metal of the cockpit, his pilot uniform torn and streaked with mud. With no immediate sign of rescue, he faced the daunting task of navigating the thick undergrowth, his every step a battle against exhaustion and the eerie sounds of unseen creatures lurking in the shadows, testing his will to live with each passing hour. Armed with only a jagged piece of wreckage as a makeshift tool, he began to carve a path through the relentless jungle, his hands blistering as he hacked at vines and branches that seemed to close in around him. The humid air clung to his skin, amplifying the sting of minor cuts and bruises, while the distant roar of a river offered a glimmer of hope amidst the despair. His sharp brown eyes scanned the horizon, searching for any sign of safety, driven by an instinctual need to survive against the odds stacked heavily against him in this unforgiving terrain. As night fell, the jungle transformed into a symphony of unfamiliar noises, chirps, howls, and rustling leaves, that heightened his sense of vulnerability. He fashioned a crude shelter from fallen branches and large leaves, his movements slow but deliberate, fueled by a flickering hope of rescue. The cold seeped into his bones, yet he pressed on, using his knowledge of the stars gleaned from years of flying to orient himself, determined to outlast the darkness and the predators that might lurk just beyond his fragile haven. After days of grueling travel, the 35-year-old Kenyan man's weary legs nearly gave out as he pushed through a thicket, only to be met with a sight that stole his breath, a sprawling valley bathed in golden sunlight, where a crystalline waterfall cascaded into a clear pool surrounded by vibrant flora and the calls of exotic birds. The exhaustion melted away, replaced by a surge of awe as he approached the water's edge, dipping his parched hands into the cool liquid, a stark contrast to the harsh jungle he'd endured. This unexpected sanctuary seemed like a gift from nature itself, igniting a flicker of hope in his battered spirit. As he explored further, the valley revealed its secrets, towering trees draped with flowering vines, a symphony of colorful birds flitting through the canopy, and a gentle breeze carrying the scent of blooming orchids. He marveled at the untouched beauty, his eyes widening as he spotted a cluster of ripe fruit hanging low, offering sustenance after days of hunger. The serenity of this hidden oasis wrapped around him like a warm embrace, a stark departure from the survival instincts that had dominated his thoughts, tempting him to linger in this newfound haven. Sitting by the waterfall, he allowed himself a moment of rest, the sound of rushing water soothing his frayed nerves as he took in the panoramic view of this secret paradise. The realization dawned that this place might be his salvation, a refuge where he could regain his strength before deciding his next move, though the isolation also whispered of challenges yet to come. His mind raced with possibilities, balancing the allure of this Eden against the need to signal for help, a decision that would shape his fate in this uncharted land. The tranquility of the oasis was soon overshadowed by an unsettling discovery, a series of large, unfamiliar tracks near the water's edge, suggesting the presence of a predator that called this paradise home. The 35-year-old Kenyan man's heart raced as he noticed the shadows moving in the dense foliage, his survival instincts kicking back in as he gripped his makeshift spear, the beauty of the valley now tinged with an undercurrent of danger that kept him on high alert. The question lingered, was this haven a blessing or a deadly trap waiting to claim him? As dusk settled, the sounds of the jungle grew more ominous, with rustling leaves and distant growls hinting at creatures he couldn't yet identify. He scanned the horizon, his sharp brown eyes narrowing as a storm began to brew, dark clouds rolling in to threaten the serenity of his newfound refuge. The paradise that had offered hope now felt like a double-edged sword, forcing him to weigh the risks of staying against the perils of venturing back into the unknown wilderness he'd escaped. With night approaching, he fortified his shelter with additional branches, his mind racing with strategies to protect himself from the unseen threats. The beauty of the waterfall and the lush valley clashed with the growing sense of isolation, leaving him to ponder whether this paradise was a temporary respite or a prison from which escape might prove impossible. His every move was now calculated, driven by the need to survive another day in this enigmatic land. Determined to take control of his fate, the 35-year-old Kenyan man decided to use the resources of the oasis to his advantage, gathering dry wood to build a signal fire that might attract rescuers from above. His hands worked tirelessly, stacking the wood into a pyramid shape, his torn pilot uniform a testament to his resilience as he prepared to send a plume of smoke into the sky. The decision to stay and signal for help offered a glimmer of hope, though the uncertainty of rescue loomed large in his thoughts. As the fire crackled to life, he stood back to admire his work, the smoke rising high above the canopy, a beacon against the backdrop of the setting sun. Yet, he couldn't shake the feeling that this paradise might hold more secrets, perhaps even a path to civilization if he explored further. The duality of hope and caution defined his next steps, leaving the outcome of his journey hanging in the balance as he gazed into the fading light. With the fire burning steadily, he began to plan his next move, considering whether to wait for rescue or venture deeper into the valley to uncover its mysteries. The paradise that had saved him now posed a new challenge. Would he embrace its beauty or risk everything to find a way home? The story teases a continuation, inviting viewers to speculate on his fate in this uncharted land. This survivor's incredible journey is just the beginning. What would you do, stay or explore? Let us know below. Subscribe, ring the bell, and share your #Hidden Paradise story below. Follow us on 𝐂𝐲.A1 on TikTok.